Okay, let's start by paying homage to the Buddha. Namo Dassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. So today we will learn the declension of those now with the dative case. So dative case singular for the masculine and neuter is sasa and also no. But for the feminine gender, so we have the another like so ya or ya. So ya or ya. So in in this way can be understood. And also for the plural sign. So even though in the traditional grammar, so together with the na, so nan, actually this na is only for the those vowel ending. So vowel ending. For the pronouns, instead of the nan, we use the san. And then for the personal pronoun, we use the can. So in this way. And then for the consonant, some of the consonant, and then now we use the an. So that is why, instead of using na alone, so na and san, can, and also an also. So in this way can be, understood. Okay, so before learning the declension of the dative, so firstly we need to know so what is dative? For what that dative is used for that information. So, dative. So in English, we say the dative case, but in Pāļi, that one is, Jatoti Vibhati in grammar. And also, so Sambadana. So Sambadana Karaka or agent. Sambadana case agent. So case Karaka here. So even though grammatically saying we bet D or Karaka briefly can be understood that is case or case ending. So to understand what is dative, so we Jadoti is not so supported to understand. The Jadoti is fourth case. So nominative case is past, Patama Vibhati. Accusative case is second to Dia Vibhati. Instrumental is third, that Dia Vibhati. And now dative is fourth, Jadoti Vibhati. So just that in grammar, to call, easy to be easy to call it. So they use that this one. But Sambadana. So the word Sambadana is directly connected with the dative. So firstly, the meaning of the dative in the dictionary. So the word Sambadana. So even though they directly translate the dative relation. Okay, dative relation. But the meaning of the dative in the Oxford Dictionary. So dative, you see. So dative is in the form that noun. So that noun or pronoun agitates when the indirect object, so grammatically indirect object. Okay, grammatically indirect object. So, so that is how, indirect object in Pali with the dative case. So in English, object, direct object or indirect object, but in Pali, it's indirect object. But we don't use object term gamma or something. So just, so dative or sambadana. And also based on the, term, the sambadana is san, ba, and the dana. So that one is the term, the sambadana. So grammatically, we can approach or literally. So sam brief is, ba brief is. So root is da, and the anaphysis. But in this case, so even though, san and the ba and the dana, but so this one is passive sense. So anaphysis is using in the passive sense. So samba dana. So this one is to give. So now, uh, to somebody. So something is given. So to whom? So something is given. So that one is sambadana. That is the meaning. So referring to the person actually. So commonly that dative is maybe somebody or something also. For example, we give something, to the dog or to the other animal. Maybe even though, we give water to the tree for pouring or to grow up well. So that one also, that tree also a kind of the something to which something is given, water is given. So that tree also sambadana in this way can be understood. So to understand the that sambadana, not only, something is given. For example, now I am giving a lecture, you are listening. So you are sambadana. In this way, you are listening to my lecture. So in this way also, that is why, talking, all of those but talk connected with the saying, converse, talk, speak. So without listener, we cannot say anything. No, even without listener, if we say something, so we are maybe look like mad person. So that is and that audience also important. Audience. So given a lecture, given the Dhamma talk or speaking, saying, conversation, addressing. So those verbs of speaking are also connected with that dative. So dative case, whatever with the dative case. So in this way can be understood. Not only something is given, we can understand the sense of given. Though all of those, but so similar to the sense of giving. So giving a lecture, giving a book, giving a money, or so giving a hand or helping to the other or something like that. So those are will be expressed with the dative case in Pali. Okay, that is, mainly usage of the dative. So now, that dative also, according to this order, we can, to study the declension of that those now with the dative case. Uh, so here also general rules can be, understood. The first one. So in singular, so all long vowel. so become short. So that means so R, so E, so maybe this R is a exception. So and the U becomes R or E or the U. So this R is exception actually. Okay, so but long one becomes short except E, maybe yes, simply. All long vowel become short except R. So in this way can be understood. And then, so in plural, so all short vowels, so become long. So that means, so R, E, U become the R, so E, U respectively. So in this way can be understood. That is general rule. And also, in singular, uh, so singular sign, so no or, or is applied in those vowel ending like a, so E, E, so it's not applying in, so and then now, and then now. Okay, and also for the plural, so plural sign, so nan is for vowel ending. And then the Sam is for pronouns. And also Cam is for personal pronouns. And so just am is for so consonant ending now. Mostly. So this one is general. So a summary of those that declension of dative also. Okay, now for the so vowel ending now. So firstly, we start with the E and the U. So dative case, singular and plural. So now E ending. So to the E ending. Okay, uh so this one is for masculine and neuter. So to the, Sasa is added. So that is when we have the Asa. And then to the E, so no is added here, you see. This no sign. So now that is how we have the ignore also. So to the U also, just Sasa is added. So we have the, no. Oh, sorry, Osa. And then no is added. So that is why, no. And then for plural, so to the E, but that E be put, you see, in plural, all short vowel need to become long, R to the R, E to the E. So now E to the E. So this one is vowel ending. So that is an all vowel ending. For vowel ending now. Okay. So that is why we will use the nan directly, or maybe not inserted. So that is why we have the, E, nan. So for the U also, U, but before the plural, that short vowel become long to the that, so nan is applied. That is why, un. Okay, so this one is for masculine and neuter. Now, but for feminine, so feminine is actually, so at the very beginning, only the ya. So we use the ya or for the ya also. So that is why, for the feminine, so to the E, just ya is added. So E, ya. And to the U, just ya is added. Singular sign, so just ya. But for plural, the same. So E, but before this plural become long. After that, the name. So that is why you need just E name. For the U also in feminine, U but short vowel become long in plural. So after that, that name is added. So, U name. That is here with the, example. So for the masculine, it is muni. That is masculine. Ati, that one is neuter. Rati, that one is feminine. Okay. And then for the u, so garu, that one is masculine. And then, so jeku, that one is neuter. And then yagu, that one is feminine. Okay, so now muni actually will be, so muni, no, muni sa, and then muni no, or plural. So muni nan. So in this way. So for the ati also, no, ati sa, and then ati no, but for plural, so ati nan. But for feminine, so rati is just ratiya. But for plural, so the same as the masculine and neuter, rati nan. Okay. So to u and then for masculine, so garusa, garu no, but for plural, so garu na. And then, so jakosa, jaku no, sorry. So jaku na long, short vowel become long. But for feminine, just yagu, ya. For plural, the same, ya, gu, nan. So in this way can be, understood simply. And so now this one is for e and the u. Now let's go to the those now e and the u. So now masculine and the neuter. So for the e, so at the very beginning here, in plural, all short vowel become long, but in singular, all long vowel become short except the R. So now, E need to become short. So after that, Sasa is added. So that is why just, Isa. And also with the no also E becomes short. So after that, no form. So that is why no E. No, finally the same result. But for plural already E. So that is why we don't need to do anything, just writing nan is added. So that is why just E nan. See? And then for the u also need to be short as u. After that, sasa is added, so osa. And then with the no sign also u becomes short. So after that, no is added. So u no. But for plural, So before the plural, in plural, all short vowel become long, but long vowel need to do anything. So to the oo, just nan is added. So that is why oo, nan. Okay. And for family, so to the e, so that e also need to be short. So after that family, so just ya is added. So that is why no e ya, but for plural is just e and the nam. So that is why e nam. And for the u also, u fast becomes short. After that ya is added. So u ya. But for plural need to do anything. Nothing. So nan need to do nothing. So nan directly added. So nan, let's see. So now with the examples. So in for the masculine noun is say na, ni, that one is a masculine. And then su, di, that one is for neuter. And then na, di, that one is for feminine. And then for the u, so we do, that one is for masculine. So go darabu, that one is a neuter. And then, so what do daughter-in-law, that one is feminine. Okay, so now say nani, so become the say nani nesa and the say nani no. But for plural, say nani just nan. And then sudi also su de sa su di no. But for plural just su di nan. Okay. And the D for feminine. So long vowel becomes short. That is why Nadia. But so Nadi nan. And for oo, so we do sa, and then we do no. But for plural, just we do ne. And then good rabu also. So good rabu sa. So good rabu no. And then good rabu just ne. Okay. And then what do also, that is feminine. That is what do ya, but for plural. So what do nan. Okay. So in this way it can be. So now the last one. So
Saidon, excuse me.
yes.
I think what do ya? You missed the U there, I think.
Thank you. Yeah, right. What do yeah. And then now so ending, that one is masculine and the neuter. But for feminine is ending. Okay, now these two together. So dative. Singular and plural. So For the only, sasa is used, not no form. That is when we have the asa. But for plural, so short one, but need to become long. So, and then nan. So that is why we have the nan. Okay. And for the feminine, so even though that is feminine, so ya is added, but this ya becomes short. Only this not this So that one is a little bit exception, a little bit irregular. So become short. So that is why finally we have the just yeah. But for plural, so already long, that is fine. Just name is added. So that is why ne. Okay. So now with the examples, for the we already know that Buddha. So Buddha is masculine, and the Phala or Jeta is neuter. But for feminine, Kanya. So example of them. So all of those now ending in the R are exactly the same as the Buddha, exactly the same as the Phala and neuter. So R in feminine also exactly the same as the Kanya. So that is why if we, understand the Buddha declension or Phala declension, Kanya the other one, so we can understand. So that is why Buddha is we have the Bodhasa. And then for plural, so just Bodha, Nan. And then, so Phala also, Phalasa. And then, so Phala, Nan. But for the Kanya, so Kanya and the that is here Aya, you see. So final one is here Aya. So final one is here Asa, here Asa. In this we can be here Asa. And for plural is, Kanya, Nan, in this way can be. So now all those pronoun, vowel ending now in three gender with the dative case, we have already studied in this way systematically. So one of the common form in daily conversation. So for example, like Namo Buddhaya. So whenever we, greeting with the respected one, a respected teacher, respected bhikkhu, so Namo Buddhaya in this way. Actually, that one is not so Pāḷization, not so Pāļi. Actually, so that is Sanskrit form. So that means even though, so actually right, but in Pali not used in this way, but in Sanskrit. So in Myanmar also, they influenced by the Sanskrit language. Also, we can find that like some for example, Satya or some word are very look like the Sanskrit word. So that is why in other country like Thailand or Indonesia or Malaysia or maybe China, also Namo Buddhaya. In this way, we say that. Even though meaning is right, but in Pali, so we have the just Namo Buddhasa. That is why, whenever we start the recite, whenever we start our class, we recite Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. No Samma Sambuddhaya. So that is Pali nature. But Namo Buddha is look like the Sanskrit nature. So in this way, can just to understand, not talking about it is right or wrong. Okay. So Pali is Namo Buddhassa in this way. So that is why, if you see in the Pali Made Easy, one more form, so you can see that with the ayat form. In the Pali Made Easy under the dative. So one with the ending. So Buddha, here Buddhasa, dative and the genitive. And also where Buddhasa, Buddha name. So here you see, in dative, so is now stands into the aya and the asa. So aya and the asa. But so in such a word, Bodhasa, in the Tipitaka Pali Canon, when we find it with the so about the application, we could not find. So Bodhaya is just rarely only in the maybe grammar or so this one the word Bodhaya pure not found there. Yeah, Bodhaya only four form, but that one is only in the grammar, like in Maugalana, Bodhaya, Bodhasa, and also this one is also Namo Bodhaya or Bodhasa, only in the grammar. So Pali canon not in this way. Yeah, Bodhaya, that one also just grammar, only in the grammar, you see. So those grammar are also mostly depending on the composing mainly based on the Sanskrit grammar, that is why. But in Pali Canon, in the Vinaya, Dika, Nika, Majjhima Nikaya, Samyutta, Anguttara, Khuddaka, not found there. Because maybe that ayah form is look like the feminine gender. Because of that, to avoid such a confusion, you see, Ganyaya. So maybe because of that, in Pali not used. Okay, so and then now, so according to this content, so we finish. So those vowel ending now are, e, e, u, u, so masculine, neuter, feminine. Now, so let's go to the pronoun. So for the pronoun also, so we have already learned a brief detail. Now just we will focus on the declension. So even though there are 27 pronouns, so we can, to understand the declension of those pronoun only, so pronoun can be divided into so 4 or 5 groups actually. So pronoun, so the last one is so numerical pronoun numbers. Okay. So according to this order, we can go that numerical pronoun. So now the first one is personal pronoun. So to understand the personal pronoun for declension, actually past personal pronoun. So am. So that one is two stem. For example, so stem for the singular or singular stem is just ma. Okay. And then for plural stem is ma. In this way can be understood. So to doma also. So singular stem is just dot. And the plural stem is just doma. So even though we say the ama or doma, but for the singular, different one we use. Here, ama, the ma, and the ama, and here, doa. So here, doma in this way. So now with the dative case, singular and then plural. So for the singular, we use must and even though dative case sign is sasa or no or something, but instead of using those case ending, so this mama become the repeated form. So mama. Okay. So ma repeated. I say no mama. And also the other one, to the ma. So only just shan or yahan is added. So ma yahan in this way. So that yahan is only for the personal pronoun. So like personal pronoun in this way can be, understood. So mama to me like that. And but for the plural, in the common rules. So for the plural sign, nan is for the vowel ending. So now this plural is ma we have, right? That is a plural ending. So but we don't use nan like it for the can form. You see, can form. Can for the pronoun. Even though and also for the consonant ending now. But these two, the first one is just to the and ma, the edit, so just and without ending. And so we have the and man, that is one form. Another one is to the and ma, but we use that insertion. So at the time, at the very beginning, we already introduced. In plural, all short vowel become long, so R became the R, right? So that is why here also R need to become long. So that is why, another form is ma gan in this way, you see? Ma gan. So man, ma gan. Man. So mom for singular, mama, my hand, but for plural, man, again. So two forms, you see. So if we, understand that first personal pronoun, second personal pronoun also the same. Second personal pronoun is actually dwa. So the first form is here ma is only one sound. So even though this dwa should be like a dua or something like that. But instead of using in this way, so here, so double consonant, so between the double consonant are inserted. So that is the first form is, dawa are inserted. To the da, between da and wa are inserted, dawa. But the other form is actually dua, but so yaham is added. So here, even though dua yaham should be, but wa is leap period, this wa. So wa change to the u. So that is why we have the do your hand in this way. So dawa, do your hand. So that is why personal pronoun is quite irregular. Not only in Pali, in English also you see subject is you, but object also you, but to after that you are your, but you is not so irregular, but I, we is, I, me, my, myself. So we, ourselves as like that. So quite irregular changing. So for the case. So Pali also like that. Maybe in the Spanish also, I have just a few knowledge about this Spanish language. Also, maybe all Indo-European language. In the European language, such a nature can be found that maybe like so French or Portuguese or Germanic, so German language also. So because they have such a natural declension of those nouns. Okay. But for plural, it's the same as exactly the same as the first one is, do, ma. So to the do, ma, am is added. So do, man. But for the second form, to the, do, ma, so before the plural, so become long. After that, the, can. So do, ma, can in this way, you see. So here in the plural, even though so if this also can become long, but before the nasal sound, all the time, short vowel is used. So that is one not changing. So to add ma to the end, so man. And do ma with the also do man, not do ma. So not short, not become long. But here, so with the gang, so do ma again and the ma again in this way. So it can be, understood. So that is for the personal pronouns. Okay, now the second group. So second group of pronouns is this da, ya, and k. So now, even though in the personal pronouns, so these personal pronouns are actually here you see no based on the gender. What is the same? That is why no gender. No, in the personal pronoun, no gender. But here, so this one will be, three genders. Three genders. That point we need to notice. Okay, so here, even though da again, we provide three forms. So if we understand the da, so ya also can be, ga also, gain also can be, any other remaining pronoun also can be understood. So now for the dative, So dative case and then singular. So even though you know this da, so da, but for the for masculine and the neuter, just sasa is added. So that is why, you know, that's sa. And then for the ya also, for masculine and neuter, the just sasa is added. So yasa. And for the came, even though that came, but commonly in declension, we use the just ga. Okay, for masculine and the neuter. And also with the sa for gasa. Okay, with the sa form by adding because of space I did not write down. Okay. So, but in plural, you see in general rules. So general rules. In plural, all short vowel becomes loud. But for the all pronouns, now so except the that personal pronouns dogma and the amma, starting from the this one. So one of the general rule. So in plural or pronouns, so is always change to a, not only in plural, all plural from the nominative case, accusative case, instrumental case, dative case, the genitive case, and so on. So for example, let's see in Pāļi made easy. This one is amma, except the amma and dogma. But amma and dogma are also included. Only here you see R change to the A and me. So R change to the A and me. So R change to the A and me, you see. And then here also R change to the A. Dated genetic, but exception, you see, amma can, not and me can. Dogma also here, dogma can, but. So here that you see. R chain to the A, D, R chain to the A, R chain to the A. So here dative and genitive. So R chain to the A, not dasan. You see, dasan. So now and then the other R chain to the A, and then so for pronouns. So dative, so plural sign is just san. Okay, except those personal pronoun for all for remaining pronouns. Let's see. So that is here. Based on that one. Now da, but change to the A. After that the Sam. So that is why we have the descend. And then now ya also the same process. So ye, send. And for the ka also the same process. Descend. See? But in Pali, this one is for masculine and neuter. Okay. So masculine and neuter. And then for feminine, all of them are by adding the a. So that is why, da, and then ya, and then ka. So, okay, for feminine, so plus feminine gender sign in this way can be understood. So that is sign da. And then now common form is just ya is added. So actually ya, but like a kanya, so R becomes short. So that is why da ya. And then ya also. So ya. And then ga ya. This one is common form. Common form. Okay. Common form. And then now you see this feminine gender sign R is added to the this da. Now two-way off. So now to the da, ya, and the ga. So we have the da, ya. Another way is, instead of to the, da, ya, ga, to the decline form. So that's and then yes, and then so kasa. To the kasa, so R is added. So at the time, we won't decline again because this dasa yasa already, that is why we have the, dasa, and then yasa, and then so kasa. In this way also can be found that you see. So pronoun is a bit irregular from that is why even though they are ending in the vowel, like a, but not the same as the boda, because they have their own characteristic. So that is why, those pronouns should be studied separately from the other vowel ending. So pronoun system is different from the other. So but this one is only for the plural, the singular, but for plural is from the first system. So to the da, just, so Sam is added. So da, Sam, and to the ya, just Sam is added. So ya, Sam, and then to the ga, just Sam is added. So ga, Sam. So in this way, not so for the decline form, so descend to the no R is added. So for the family is only from the first system. So from this way, the first way. But from the second way is only for the singular. Okay. And then for the feminine, so by changing this, R is changed to the E or dasa. So another, repeated form. For example, by, so R changed to the E. So we have the they saw in this way. And then a repeated form, feminine gender sign commonly, ya is added or ya is added. So here R is, so this ya is added. So that is why to the that's by adding the, ya. So that is why that's ya. And to the they saw. So by adding the E, sorry, they saw by adding the ya. So, okay. Now this one is to the that's repeated form by adding the ya. So that's ya. So to the, this by adding the ya sign, even though, this this is already dative, but again, dative again. So that is why this yeah. In this way, yes is no R change to the R. So that is only yes yeah. But for the gasa, we have the, gesa and also gasa yeah. And then gesa yeah. So in some form, only just yes yeah. But in some form, like a that's yeah, this yeah, in this way for the inya is inyesa yeah. But eka is ikesa yeah. But saba is just sabasa yeah. So in this way, we can understand. So here, point I want you to got it is the other, different form in this way, so Pāḷi become developed. But basically, so in this way, just basic form is dasa or yasa or kasa. But the others are by changing. So some vowel or some maybe double blend case ending using twice in this way. So to, in plural also, even though this sign is already declined, but we have another form. So from the sign, so by dropping this negative, so and after that, dative plural sign nan is added. So this R also become long. So, we have these nan in this way. So R also, because before the nan, this R become long, that is why. So to Yesan also we have the Yesa nan. Actually, that one is connected with the Desan and Yesan. And Kisan also Kisa nan like that. If we understand this one now, dasan also will be another form. Da, sa, ne, and then ya, sa, nen. And then gasan also ga, sa, nen in this way, you see. So that is why the development of the language, so in this way. But if we study all together, so at that time, Pāḷi is quite complicated, not like that. So which one is primary form, which one is, secondary form, how language become developed, if we understand that point, or primarily they are systematically formed in this way, but become developed by changing, R to the E, or by adding case ending again like that. So at that time, we can find the consistency of that language, how changing in this way. Okay, so now among the 5 group of pronouns, we finished 2 groups together. So the remainers are for next time. So is there any question? Okay, So if no more questions, so let's stop here by saying sadhu. So sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, Bante. Good night. Sukyotu.
Nice, okay, hotu.
Thank you very much, Serapaya. Good night, Suki Hotu.
Nice, okay, hotu.
Thank you so much, Rafaya.
Thank you, Sero.